Hey everyone, we want to share in this video some of the pains and some of the challenges and some of the great things we've gone through in the downsizing journey, along with all of our friends and neighbors. So that's what we're going to talk about right here. And please, if you find this valuable, please like, subscribe for more, but we're going to get after that right now. We're going to go over everything from decluttering and minimalizing and getting rid of so much stuff that you might have kept from years of living in your home. That's taken us a couple of times to downsize in different moves. We know friends, though, that have done it all at once. And we'll tell you some of the things that help them to organize and declutter and get ready for that move so they can maximize profit from the sale of their home. And this is key to the profit of getting everything you can out of the sale of your home. However, of course, some people just don't want to deal with it. They want to pack up all their things and they want to just move. Well, we have cash offers through express offers for those home sellers also. But the majority of people that we've helped downsize and go into that next journey through life that's simpler and freer in a smaller home that's more manageable, they have utilized our services to help them fix the home a little bit. Some have dramatically fixed up. We have vendors that are vetted because we fixed and flipped over 50 homes in our life. So that's something that we utilize, is the knowledge and experience that made us more money on the sale of that property. But you don't need to do anything but maybe paint. Some people just declutter and clean up a little and shampoo the carpets, and that's all you need to do. So, but home buyers right now, they're looking for that room. We have a ton of people that are so thrilled to come from California and Washington to come to Arizona and find out what they can get here versus what they can get over there. Price per square foot is so much less in Arizona, and they're thrilled to have more room to roam in that house and in the yard. So we're helping downsizers move out of those 2 stories, many of them large 2,000 to 4,000 square foot, two stories, and not deal with that, especially if there's some kind of medical issue that they don't want those stairs. But we have lots of home buyers that are snapping up deals and loving that they have all that room for large families that are growing. So we're going to share some of the lower end homes in one of our favorite neighborhoods nearby. Great value, terrific schools, golf course, near every kind of restaurant and shopping you could desire, in between two major freeway intersections. And this is in the proper place for the tech corridor, where we have employment coming and constantly expanding. So this area is a really good value, and we'll share what that is right away. So some of the practical tips that have helped our home sellers downsize, and things that we've used too, are taking tape of different color, and you want to put that tape on different items in the house that you plan on giving to, friends, family, the special things that you plan on passing down. So you don't have to wait to do that. You can do that now. You can just have them come over at a party, we've had people have their kids over. They brought pizza and they made it just a real party. And they had that different colored tape. You can get it at any like Ace Hardware store or anything like that. And they had that different name of that different family member on a different item they had planned to pass down. So that way, the members of the family and the friends can go through and say, wow, this is great. Hey, I've always wanted that. And then the other person can say, you know what? I've always wanted that. And you know what? They can switch and they can trade right there. So you don't have to worry about people fighting over things. You can do it right there in fun and have, as you remember, those awesome memories that brought you to this place in life. And it can be emotional. This is one of the emotional challenge is going through all those memories, having those feelings come up. And a lot of us want to push that down and not think about it, because it might bring up painful memories or memories of loss. I know that was hard for me. When my late husband had passed away, I had to go through boxes and boxes of picture albums. And so I spent a whole week by myself processing that. And I took all the pictures out of those picture albums and I boxed them up, and I personally sent them away to be copied. I gave the box to a company that we can put the link in here to let you know there's a lot of companies out there that will do this for you, and they will put them all on CD. So I was able that Christmas to get all these old videos and all these picture albums all put on CD and give copies to my children that Christmas. And it was such a good feeling because now they could go through those home movies. They could go through all those album pictures when they were children and playing with their dad. So that was really important for me. And it took time. Plus, since I did it on my own, I was able to process a lot of those memories and those feelings that maybe I didn't want to face, but that I knew I had to. And after I did, felt so much freer. Number two, if you just can't get rid of that certain item right now, through whether it's giving away those things that your children love to use now with their growing families, or your friends could use now, which I gave away so many things that people needed to use, and I had two of, and I didn't need two of them. So it is so important to do that a little bit at a time whenever you can. Don't put it off. And if you have to make a pizza party out of it, or if you have to ask your friends to come over at different times, maybe, a couple different times, that's great. Your friends should be able to do that. Otherwise, they're really not good friends. I had to ask my friends several times, and several times they helped me with that. Some people we know have done it all within about 1 month. And those are the kind of people that I am not like. And they're very organized and they're very deliberate, and they have garage sales, or they know that they're not going to get that much out of those. So they put them on Marketplace, on Facebook Marketplace, or they go ahead and gather them up, ask their friends to come over and grab what they can't take with them. And they just do it all at once. And whatever's left, they took to the Goodwill. Anything we didn't sell that was big, we took a lot of trips to the Goodwill. But eventually that got taken care of. We had lots of help. We just asked for that. That's the third thing I would say is ask for help. It is very important to ask for help. People want to help you. People don't want you to go through this on your own. And if you can't think of a way that they can help you, these are the ways that can help you. And I'm not saying ask somebody that's really militant, like, you don't need that. Throw that away. You don't need that. It's time to get rid of that. You don't need to be told that either. I mean, personally, I didn't have anybody that was that militant. I did have people that were very honest. My friends are very honest, and I love that about them. They said, do you really need two of those? Do you need two of every kind of utensil in the kitchen? Mel, do you really need that? When's the last time that you wore that? That I have so many things in my closet, and I hadn't worn those things for years. So I had to learn to let go. Anything that was maybe a nice dress that I could wear at a special occasion, of course, I kept those few things and just put them plastic over them and was able to take those with me. But in downsizing, it is a process, and going through each room, it's important to go through each room, box up by room, all those things, and box them up now. If you plan on being in your home while it's being listed, still box it up. You can box up all those knickknacks that you plan on taking with you, or you haven't decided to get rid of. Box them up and just put them in the garage. You can start stacking those boxes in the garage so that they're out of the way, so that your home looks more open and roomy. Because believe me, there are buyers out there that want that room and that need that room for large families or families living together. This is a major tip for home sellers wanting to sell that large home now and downsize. Do it now before the end of summer. It's June here, in 2023 in Arizona. And let me tell you, last year in July, it was like a light switch was turned off. All of a sudden, we had tons of inventory starting to come to the market. And that was for two reasons, because the interest rate was up and it popped up and shocked everybody. And the other reason is because all of a sudden people had to think differently now. Most of the buyers had purchased now because they want their kids to be ready for school in September. So this is the typical cycle. Every time home sellers get more in spring than they do in winter and fall. And that's the typical cycle because everybody who needs to be in a house and purchase a house has usually purchased by the end of summer. So if you're thinking at all about downsizing, keep this in mind. You want to make sure you do it before fall. Here, I'll show you a graph that shows how much the inventory spiked. And when you have that much more inventory, remember, that's competition. That's the competing sellers that bring down and soften home prices. And we're going to share the Augusta Ranch community because it is one of our favorite well-priced neighborhoods for growing families and in East Mesa and very near even though it's a very established neighborhood that is not newer, it is not as old as some of the Mesa neighborhoods, and it is on the border of Gilbert. So it's actually in the Gilbert Unified Public School District. And so being on the border of Gilbert, it still has a lower price range. Mesa has an overall lower median price range than Gilbert. Also, it's very conveniently located, just like this area of Gilbert, near the Loop 202 on the east side and the 60 freeway. So you have a very good access all around Metro Phoenix. You also are very near local shopping, newer shopping, as well as the established areas of neighborhoods with established restaurants. And so that's a good thing about this. There's not a lot of dust because there isn't a lot of building going on. However, the other good thing about it is it's very near the tech corridor off the 202, and we'll share the map there to show you where that is. That continues to grow, and we have more and more companies coming out here. So, and this particular subdivision is so cute because it has got a small golf course, public golf course there. And some of the homes are on the golf course, and we'll show you some of those. And they are beautiful with beautiful views, but like I say, that better price range. So we're going to show you a couple of the lowest price ones in there available and some of the higher ones available. Looking at this summary, you can see in Augusta Ranch, the median estimated value is $514,170. So in the last month change, it's been negative 0.6%. In the last 12 months, it's gone down negative 4.8%, which is actually a little less than the overall Phoenix metro area. Now, I want to share with you, you can see in Augusta Ranch, you can see is this top blue line, okay, over the last years, all the way back to July 2008. You can see where we were just coming out of that 2010 crash, which it really was. It was a terrible crash. But that's when we had the subprime loans. This is why you continually see low unemployment and you continually see a more stable price increase until we got here to the pandemic era of 2020. And we know what happened then. The interest rates were dropped dramatically. Everybody jumped into the market, investors as well as home buyers. And that's when you saw more and more the price spike up. In fact, it got all the way within 2 years, it got up to 575,000 median estimated value and that was in August of 2022. So last year. Then we actually kept going up until September. And because it peaked out there, because the interest rates were going up and they continued to go up until that was a breaking point. And everybody, all the buyers said, nope, not anymore. It's just too unaffordable at 580,000. So they dropped out and we're always slower from September to December. And so it was doubly impactful because the interest hike. So the interest rate hike on mortgages made it a real impact on affordability. And so you got more and more buyers that backed out because not only did they not have to move now that the school year had begun, but because those interest rates were so high. So you saw more property come on the market and you saw the prices drop until now back to May of 2023, the median price of 514,000. Can this go down further because of going into the winter months? Absolutely. This is the thing we have to watch. And because there's a concern with the interest rates going up again 2 more times, because the Fed said they were going to pause right now currently to give everybody a breather, and then there would be two more rate increases before the end of 2023. So what do you think that will do to the prices? This is the thing we're faced with right now. So home sellers that thinking about downsizing need to do it right away to take advantage of anybody left in the market where the inventory is not spiked up and there's not so much inventory, so that you can take advantage of this time to get the most out of that sale. Here you can see this is sold to list price ratio. So you can see that back in January of 2022, it was almost at 100% of the list price. So in 2022, people were paying full price on many of the homes in this neighborhood, and many they were actually going over the list price to get. That slowly declined as we went into, like I said, the summer and then the fall and the winter, and people paid less and less and less for homes because there were more and more of those homes in the inventory. So this is a typical thing that we see in the later months of the year. So this is why, if you're thinking about selling right now, is the time to take advantage of that. Now, this shows the days on market, and the days on market have increased throughout 2022 until the end of the year. And then when we got into 2023, the days on the market started dropping a little because we had those buyers jump into the market because of the reduced median home price. You can see that now we're down to, it's still more than 30 days. Most listings are staying on the market approximately 60 days on the market, a little bit more. You can see it's a little bit more. So now I'm going to show you these homes. There's 2 at the low end of the price range in Augusta Ranch available, and there's 2 at the upper end. Now, these are active listings, and remember, they have actually sold in there approximately 4% less than the full list price. So these are reflecting a tad bit higher price than actually what people are getting them for. So just keep that in mind. We'll look at the active listings right now. Here's one at the lower end for over 2,000 square feet, 2-story, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. It is listed. It's been on the market a long time, 210 days. So let's go ahead and take a look at 2631 South Keene, and this is in Augusta Ranch. It's for sale, built in 1999. It's got 2610 square feet, 4 bedroom, 3 bath. You can see that it's pretty basic with a pool in the backyard. It does have a view of the golf course, and it's got a rock waterfall. But everything else is pretty just well maintained. Some of the original cabinetry. There's a lot of things in this home. But it is a lot of original tile floor. You can see that's pretty dated, but it's a lot of room for 2610. That's a lot of things that you could change around in the future. And I believe there's one that just sold for in the high 400,000. So it's smaller, 2203 square feet, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 2 story. So it's a little smaller, but it's sold for 490,000. So they're not far off at that other listing. Similar, well maintained but dated flooring and some of the original carpet. Also, pretty basic pool back there. No view. There's no view fence there for the golf course view or green belt. So this one also needed some updating. So that's what you'll get for 490,000 or 500, like low 500,000. You'll still have a lot of room, but this would be for something that, you're okay with replacing the carpet, the flooring, and painting and updating the cabinets as you go and as you live there and build that sweat equity up. Now we're going to look at the high sales in Augusta Ranch. There are a lot on these higher end homes are on the golf course. And this is one of them for sale. It's for sale for 800,000. It's 3627 square feet, a 5 bedroom, 3 bath. It's multi-level. And I'll show you something really interesting in this home. It's built in 2001, 3-car garage, a 9604 square foot lot, but it does have that beautiful golf course view. You can see there in that picture. It's got a really nice view of the golf course. But not only that, but it has the nice pool back there. It's got a jacuzzi. It's got a fire pit back there, lots of stonework, an outdoor kitchen, really nice landscaping, and a lot of rock. They've used a lot of flagstone in the design of the rock area and the fire pit there. So it's a really nice home for $800,000 for that large area. This would be perfect for somebody that need a lot of room but wanted a view of the golf course. Beautiful views there. That's a clubhouse. So this is at 800,000. It's only been on the market for about 5 days, I believe. So this is one that's recently sold. So the thing about this is this one is lighter, but it's still got the similar multi-level home inside. You can see there's a dining room at a different level where the family room is. But this is the entryway. So it's kind of got that tri-level kind of effect, just like the other one. But, for 800,000, you're talking, that's something that, kids don't care. Young people don't care that they got to go upstairs. They just don't care. So it's got 3-car garage also. That shows the area. They just want the room to roam. They have a nice big pool, a rock waterfall. This in particular, this one also had an outdoor kitchen. So you can see right there, it's got a nice jacuzzi instead of a rock waterfall. It does have a little rock waterfall too. It's got that too. So this one actually sold, but see the view there? So they have a nice view of the golf course also. And this one sold almost for 800,000, not quite 800,000. So this one sold for 795,000. So you can tell that the homes that are priced right will go fairly quickly. And this one did. This one went in under the average market time of 30 to 60 days is average. And it went faster than that. It went in under a month. So, and you can see it really was bright and light with newer paint. So that really, I think, helped it sell even faster. For a 5 bedroom, 3 bath, 3620 square feet, same floor plan as that other one. on Lobo, so that is one that you could tell is price not too far off from that one that sold for 795,000. So you can tell it's very similar, except for having the darker colors. It's got some darker colors in there. So we'll just take a look at these pictures here. Shows the kitchen. So it's got the updated cabinets. They are darker. There's a lot of paint in here, a lot of dark colors, which is unlike that one that just sold for that has all the bright colors in it, but it's still got some nice things. It has definitely been more updated and upgraded. And so, you're gonna find a lot of paint color in here. They really like that paint color in different rooms. But it does have a nice backyard, and that's where they have all the rock kitchen area, fireplace area. There's a fireplace there. Really nice, right up against the golf course. That's really nice. And they have the outdoor kitchen there. So that's going to appeal to somebody that really, really wants a pool and a jacuzzi or a spa right next to the golf course. Nice view. So this is really key to think about. If you are a home seller and you're thinking about selling your home, really think hard about doing it right now. And if you need any additional help, we have a seller's guide. We can get that seller's guide to you. It has all kinds of advice and information about what would make it easier for you to downsize. And we, of course, could find you that perfect smaller home that's more manageable. We have agents all around the country that we could refer, vetted agents that know what they're doing. For 30 years, we've had to find different people that we trusted to take care of our clients that were relocating, or anybody that wants to move into a smaller home. We've helped them do it. We would love to give you their testimony of how much they loved it and feel so much more free to do the things that they've always dreamt to do now that they don't have to maintain that large home. So give us a call. We would love to help you too. This is Mel with the Mark and Mel team, eXp Realty, with over 30 years of excellence through experience helping home sellers, and we would love to help you too.